And pretty much no matter where you are in the world right now, you're being watched. I was a seed investor in Zcash, and Zuko actually made a comment as we launched our project Orchid. He's like, if you guys get this right, the internet may be the last place that you can be anonymous. Something to think about. I've been traveling a lot recently. So on your left, this is Shoreditch House, Soho House in London. There are more closed-circuit cameras per person in London than anywhere else in the world. And this is, originally a bastion of freedom. We actually have no Bill of Rights in England, something to think about. This is a great book I recommend called On Tyranny. And it's quite a short read. I guess I earmarked the corner there. When you connect to the Wi-Fi here, they give you the password and all this stuff. You should actually think about what you're doing. Like, they're giving you a password, sure. But how do you know that you can trust the person who's providing the Wi-Fi? I think I'm going to pronounce this right. So the Chinese province of Xinjiang, hope I got that right. So this is an area of China, it's not as well known as Tibet, but it's also an area which is primarily practices Islam. And after some of the uprisings that happened there a few years ago, China put in a large security force, physical security, and they also started building out technology. And this technology includes everything from physical iris scanning, checkpoints, to checking people's phones, removing apps that are not government supported, and that's way beyond just making sure people use WeChat. And it's got to such a point now that, to this quote, people are actually acting as if they're being watched, no matter whether or not they know they're being watched or not. So this is the ultimate success point for surveillance. There's all sorts of different kinds of censorship. This is a bicycle chandelier. There's these bicycles called the freedom cycles, which were the most popular form of getting around Shanghai until its modernization. And this chandelier is interesting. It's I was reading a book. A friend of mine was an art collector in the beach near San Francisco, and I was reading his book. And this was the quote that came with this quite revolutionary piece of work. And I looked at this and I said, this is completely different to the one that I read when I was in London at the Royal Society. And in the Royal Society, it talks about, these are the freedom bicycles. It's showing that, perhaps if people move together and work with freedom, that we can actually reach great heights in China against the government.